Well, the newly formed Professional Women's Hockey League opened up training camp last week. The league features 6 teams from Boston, Montreal, Toronto, Minneapolis, St. Paul, Ottawa, and New York. And with that, we are welcoming Danielle Marmer onto the show, the GM of the Boston team. Welcome. I'm sure you are fitting us into your busy schedule.
Yeah.
How has the season prep been going? You guys are set to open up games in January.
Yeah, no, it's going. I mean, it's been a sprint and a marathon all at once. This league's been a long time coming, but you know, to form this league and get this going within 3 months, it's been, like I said, a sprint, and we couldn't be more excited to have the best players on the ice and to have them in Boston.
Now, something we were just talking about is that this is not the first women's professional hockey league. There have been several in its history, but you just said to me this is the first of its kind. Can you kind of develop about what you mean by that?
Yeah,
the way it's structured.
For sure. We've had, you know, the PWHL, we had the Boston Blades in Boston, we had the Pride in the NWHL, which turned PHF, but this is the first time that all of the best players in the world are in one league. It's built to last. It's built to be sustainable with, you know, Mark Walter and Billie Jean King at the ownership level. They're providing resources that are going to allow this to exist, you know, in 5 years, in 10 years. We have a CBA that's written out for the next 8 years. So there's a lot of thought that's been put into this to make sure that this lasts, to provide these players with the professional experience that they deserve.
You're, you know, feet on the ground. What are you feeling in terms of excitement from fans from the draft that was held? I've had a couple of, you know, Boston Bruins female fans come here in the suite and say that they watched the draft, that they were so excited about women's hockey. How are you feeling about the hype of this league?
Yeah, Boston's a hockey city, and you know, the Blades and the Pride, the teams that came before this, have proven that there's an appetite for women's hockey in Boston, and the support has been outstanding, and we just can't wait for puck drop in January.
Now, you have experience with the Boston Bruins, obviously. That's where you come from to become the GM of this team. What's it like being a general manager and that experience for you?
Yeah, it's a learning curve, but it's one that, you know, I feel like my experience here has prepared me for to get to work under Don Sweeney, Cam Neely, you know, and the leadership group here. I can only hope to be half as good at my job as they are at theirs, and to be able to pull some of the things that I've learned here and apply that to PWHL Boston. You know, I'm just super thankful for the opportunity I had here, and I know I wouldn't be in the spot that I'm in without it. So
now, you may not have an answer to this, and correct me if I'm wrong, but I feel like teams are still working through their names.
Yep.
And how is that process going to be? Is it going to be a vote, or do you know when that's going to settle in, when we're going to find out what these team names?
Yeah, I don't know the full process of what it's going to be, but we've got a whole branding team that's working behind it to make sure that we get the best name and something that relates to the city, that the people can rally around, and you know, whatever's on the front of our jersey, we're going to be excited about.
Now, the NHL put out a statement that they're here to support the PWHL, but what do leagues like the NHL or the NBA in supporting the WNBA, what do they need to do to help support and grow the game in terms of promotion? What would you like to see from them?
I mean, this is a great start to be on NESN, to be standing here with you. You know, we've got our players here today, and we're going to highlight them, and we're so thankful that the Bruins organization was welcoming and excited to help us do that. But I think any support from these professional teams, and especially the ones in Boston, we need, you know, them to help drive the fans to get here, and I think the product on the ice is going to speak for itself.
So excited for the start of the season. Again, that's going to be in January 2024. Danielle, thank you so much for your time. We are also going to have Hillary Knight on with Jack and Brick at the end of the first intermission to share her thoughts about the league and joining this Boston team. And that's it, though, for now, for Bruins and the Ultimate Bruins Show presented by Bud Light.